You are listening to Akeem El, an American national, but not a citizen of the United States. Hindsight Radio, the place for right knowledge.
Peace. This is Akeem from Hindsight Radio, the information station changing the nation. My show, Truth Tuesday, is on 7 p.m. every Tuesday, Eastern Time. Go to blogtalkradio.com/hindsight2020, or you can go to akeemel.com, which is where you can find much remedy for your different situations. IRS remedies, debt collector remedies, got traffic tickets, all of that stuff is there for you to aid you in your freedom from this oppressive system. Today I want to talk about acts and conditions, but really the subject is subterfuge. It's a word that many do not hear, but it's a word, or it's a tool the government uses to keep you confused. All right? Subterfuge. What does it mean? It is deceit used in order to achieve one's goal. So why do I say that? Because in applications for any type of governmental procedure, there is 9 times out of 10 some trickery in it, some deceit, deception. Like, for instance, when you fill out a government form, they ask you, what's your race? White, black, African American, blah, blah. All of that's deceit. There's no such thing as race. It's what you call nationality. What is your nationality? When you go to another country, they ask you where you're from. You tell them where you're from. Oh, you're an American. Okay? That's the order of the day. There is no benefit to having these titles, Black, African American, Asian American, Japanese American, whatever. There's no benefit to having that. That's just a way of deceiving you into becoming a U.S. citizen. Because, as I've showed you guys before, the GPO style manual, it's in my other video, it tells you what your real nationality is. Period. Right? So that's what subterfuge is. And the reason why I'm doing this, because people who are doing, some people, not many, go into the passport agencies or the post office, whatever, to do their passports. And they're being told if they line out, it's defacing the application. If they line out, you're saying you're that. Crazy stuff. Like, for instance, the biggest example in acts and conditions, they said if you line this whole paragraph, you're saying you are convicted of a sex tourism crime. That's not what it's saying. So let's read this top part to understand this last paragraph. It says, if any of the below mentioned acts or conditions have been performed by or applied to the applicant, the portion which applies should be lined out. Okay? So it's saying the portion that applies should be lined out. So it's saying, furthermore, I have not been convicted of a federal or state drug offense or convicted of a sex tourism crime statute. So it's saying that you don't have that problem. So if you don't have the problem, you line it all out. I've not been convicted of any of these federal and state drug offenses or a sex tourism crime. You line it out. Even a U.S. citizen shouldn't, who considers themselves, should be lining this out. They don't have these issues. And I am not the subject of an outstanding federal, state, or local warrant or arrest for a felony, a criminal court order forbidding my departure from the United States, a subpoena received from the United States in a matter involving federal prosecution for or grand jury investigation of a felony. So if you don't have any of those problems, because it's saying I have not been, I am not the subject of. Okay? So if you don't have those issues, you line it out because that applies. You're not in trouble. You're not a sexual deviant. Okay? So they use these type of wording to deceive you because most people think lining out means it does not apply. But in this case, it means it does apply. Now, let me be clear on something. Some people will email me, send messages in my YouTube channel and say, does line out mean underline or highlight? No, it doesn't. It means exactly what it's saying. Line it out. Take a line through the very sentence. Stop asking that question because it makes you look very foolish when you do that. Just read it for what it says. It says the portion which lines out should be lined out. Highlight and underline is not the same thing, okay? And I understand why people ask that question because their brain computer is so used to listening to gobbledygook, lies, deception. When they see something obvious, they get, they can't think for themselves. And that's the problem. This is why we're in this problem. We're not thinking for ourselves and allowing these entities to control us. One good example of that is the W-4 form, which I did a video of it. Go watch it. It's clear when it says that that's a voluntary form and you, the employee, is supposed to make the agreement or present it to your employer, and then you guys come to an agreement on it and you can end it at any time. But no, they tell you, no, you have to do it. That was a word saying that, but the paper is saying something different. Why do you follow the words? Because you've been taught that in school. These teachers in school unknowingly. Bless these teachers because they are wanting to do a good job, but they don't know they're miseducating students. They don't know that they're teaching them how to be followers and not leaders. They don't know they're teaching them how to be slaves and not entrepreneurs. They don't realize that that's what they're doing because they're only teaching you what they've been taught. Go to school, get a good education, get a good job. They don't teach you go to school, get a good education, and become a business owner. Become independently wealthy. They don't teach you that. No teacher can ever teach you how to be wealthy if they are not wealthy. A teacher can only teach you as far as they have been. And most teachers don't make enough money and they are struggling to pay their bills. So what do you think they're teaching the children to be? Strugglers. People that struggle to pay their bills. Who you associate with is who you will be or who you will become. That's why so few people come out of the school system to be a success. Most of you've heard it. The people who are less likely to succeed are the ones who do succeed. Why? Because they bucked the system. They thought for themselves. They failed a few grades. A straight A student, in all likelihood, will become a failure later on in life. Why? Because they believe the system. Everything the system is right. And we know that the system is not right. They're practicing the art of subterfuge. Now, it has been said that these documents are drafted by lawyers. That may be so, but I really believe these documents are drafted by people who are trained in the art of deception, subterfuge. And it may be looked over by lawyers to make sure that they have covered the legal basis. But I think the first people who lay eyes on these documents or create these documents are highly trained in how to deceive you and make you infer, assume the meaning instead of knowing the meaning for what it really is. So basically, the reason for this video is to tell you, think for yourself. Read these things over and over. Rewire your brain. People come to me all the time. Man, you have an amazing mind. I have an amazing mind because I have overwritten the program. I'm still overwriting it. I read things over and over and over and over until I fully understand what it's saying. And I have stopped allowing people to tell me what it's saying. Now, I listen to what people are saying, and then I go back and I read it for myself so that my understanding matches up with their explanation of what it's saying. And that's what you should be doing to me. You should always be vetting what I say. Always be checking what I say. Stop taking people's word for it. Prime example, I traveled around this country with a person who claimed that they was a worked for NASA. They was an engineer. Which was a big lie. Don't even have a college degree. Okay? Stop. Listen, let me speak for myself. That was my mistake. I didn't do the checking. I didn't do the background check until after there was an issue. I didn't check up on stuff. I traveled on, I discharged cars, houses, blah, blah, blah. No, lies. And a lot of people in this community are lying to you guys, saying they did something when they didn't. A lot of them are. Because these people can't function in the other society, so they turn this community into a hustle. And what they're doing is hustling you out of your money because you're looking for freedom, because you want the truth, and then they know that, and they're preying on your gullible nature, your willingness to believe. See, most people coming out of a religious structure that tell you to have faith that some God out of the sky is coming to save you. So you transfer that knowledge, that information into this community, and somebody gives you some good information that sounds good in words, and you follow that. I did it. I fell for it. But I woke up, and I started reading for myself. I started dismissing. Okay, you said that? Okay, let me go confirm that. And then when I started confirming, I saw holes here, here, and here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all been to some of the seminars and you left there feeling like, oh, you didn't get all the information. You were still missing. You felt a little empty. Why? Because you weren't given all of the information. Your gut feeling is not deceiving you. The greatest truth you can ever have is to reach down within you and believe in yourself. Stop believing in people more than you believe in yourself. You already know the answers to these questions. And it's okay to go to someone for confirmation, to build with them, but make sure, never let someone else's word be the authority over your own words and what you're telling yourself. Excuse me. Never let that happen. I've done that before. I've been guilty of it, but I've learned from my mistakes. And this is why I can decipher this application and give you the truth. This is why I'm one of the first ones. I wouldn't even say, let me not go that far the first, because other people have been doing, getting people passports as state citizens. I'm showing you how to get a passport as being a national, but not a citizen of the United States. I don't agree with state citizenship passports because constitutions have surrendered the rights of their citizens up to the federal government by way of cession. You don't know what that word meant? Look it up. CESSION means a formally given up of rights by a state. And they did that through the Constitution, the newest Constitution. So that's why I don't agree with state citizenship. It's national, but not a citizen of the United States. Through my studies, you come to my seminars, I break that down in detail and show you. And then I give you the materials. You go home, you study it for yourself and confirm what I'm saying. And if you find some error in what I'm saying, come check me and we can discuss it. You know, I'm still learning every day. But one thing I won't allow now and in the future is for someone to tell me something without proof. You got plenty of people running around, they discharge houses and they never showed you proof. You got plenty of people running around telling you they did GSA bonds, telling you how to do GS bonds, but never showing you the proof. Do you realize that some of the people that's teaching those things are paying their mortgage on their house? Those people that telling you to do a trust don't have a trust. All of that stuff is in their significant other's name, their wife or their husband's name. That's how they live in privately. They don't put nothing in their name. They put all of the onus on their mate. Do you realize that? That's a fact. And these same people that run around talking about how rich they are, they got all these cars and money, their mate got a regular job, just like a lot of you guys. Yeah, that's a fact. And they're running around the country teaching you guys how to do trust, how to discharge, how to do GSA bonds, how to be rich. But wait a minute. If I'm rich and I'm wealthy, there's no damn way my wife is going to a regular job. Okay? There's no way. She's going to work, but she's going to have her own business and do that. You know? That's defeating the purpose, to go make somebody else rich, you know, make some other company rich. Well, you know, well, wait a minute, hold on. The wealth need to be in our house. Let's do something in this home to make this corporation, this government, because your house is a government. Y'all don't think of it like that. And it should be an ecclesiastical government you need to be setting up. I'm heading towards something now. This is what I'm building for. This is why I'm doing a private membership. So, because there's some things I have right now, it's stacked up that only is going in that membership. The reason why is, one main reasons why is because I want it to be exclusive to the people who paid for the passport process, became a national through that process, is I'm trying to create a group of people that are serious about this thing. And not going to get it from other website and doing it. You know, if you want to do it somewhere else, you're more than welcome, but you can't be a part of my group. Because I need people to, because I know the people that are part of my group have been studying, they learning, they know the value of the national but not a citizen of the United States. And a lot of these other places, yeah, they're charging a fee, and you know, in some of these other places it's giving out information free, which is, that's all fine, but all of the free information I saw out there wasn't sufficient. Remember, freedom ain't free. And I don't do this mainly to profit. I do it because if you do my national passport process, I take you through a string of things to undo. And that's why it costs as much as it does. You know, you're not just correcting the assumptions of U.S. citizenship on a passport. You're doing it for the SS5. You're doing it for the driver's license. And ultimately, you're doing it for that birth certificate. It's a whole host of things you must do and work towards. And if you don't see the value in that, then that's fine. You know, do the state citizenship. Go the other ways. Go the cheaper route. Remember, you get what you pay for. You know, I'm a very straightforward person, and sometimes that hurts people's feelings when I tell them exactly how I feel. But I'm a grown man, so I don't. When I say something, you know, I don't feel sorry for the things I say. I'm not cussing you out and putting you down. I just say it. And sometimes that brain computer can't accept the truth. You know, that's why very few people deal with me. And I'm okay with that. I love that, because that keeps my circle small, and they keep them, for the most part, most of them honest. And you should be that way too. Be straight up. Say what you feel. Speak your words. Why? Because when you tell truth, weeds out falsehood. It runs them off. That you don't want to deal with people who can't deal with you telling them the truth. Yes, people tell me the truth. Oh yeah, it hurt. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was telling me the truth, and it was hitting me in the gut. I was like, and I fought it. But she's still my friend, and because she's my friend, she tells me the truth. And then I come back. You know what? You know, you're right. That's what friends do. That's how you get stronger and better. Friendships, this is not all about fun times all the time. A true friendship, you can tell the truth to your friend and they won't run from you. They may get offended and get mad at you, but they'll come back, you know what, man, you was right. You know, y'all laugh it off. Don't be around people that can't handle you being truthful for them. You're not being a friend to them, and they're not being a friend to you. Okay? All right, that's enough preaching. Remember, subterfuge. That's the word of the day. Go and look it up. Here it is. I got it up on the screen there. Go look it up. You're dealing with that all around y'all every day. You're dealing with the government. You're even dealing with this community that calls themselves conscious. You know what I say? This is the conscious, unconscious community. Okay? They think they're conscious. A lot of these people are running around being deceitful, deceptors, cunning. Yes. This community attracts the most devious people on the planet. Okay? They do. This community. Because when they start talking about, oh, I ain't got to pay for nothing. Oh, the have something for nothing attitude. Yes, it does. But anyway, remember, listen to my show, Truth Tuesday, 7 p.m. The More Empire Building Show, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. Akimel.com. blogtalkradio.com/hindsight 2020. And guess what? 2020 is going to be a big year. A huge year. Oh, and as a reminder, 12:30. That was it. No. I'm wrong. 11:30 p.m. New Year's Eve. I'm going to do a Zoom video or a go-to meeting, and we're going to do our yearly corporate ritual where you're going to write on a paper, what you want the next year to be like, how successful you want it to be. And I'll give y'all details through the email. I'm going to send all of that out tomorrow. Tomorrow. Well, it's 3:58 a.m. Today, I'm going to send it out, the details, and you guys can join me. You don't have to leave your house. It's cold out there. You come here, and I'm going to show you how to do this thing, and we're going to do this thing together because wherever two touch and agree, guess what? You get what you want. All right? All right. Peace, blessings, and always remember to speak life into your situation. Be positive. Wake up in the morning saying, I feel good, I feel great, I feel terrific. Peace.